handful of things, right? I can do crafting in my base.
What's going on, guys? Going live here. We're hanging out with Reaper Actual at the moment. We're checking out a sneak peek. They're doing another showcase, kind of, but at the same time, this time we get to play a little bit. So that's the main difference with this one. I'm actually in the game. He's in the base right now. I've got the game up and running. We're gonna be checking it out. We're gonna be having some fun with this. I'm looking forward to to checking some of this out and seeing what we can do with it. It's definitely an interesting looking game. I'm excited for it. Um, but it's also still early, so there are some bugs. There are some things that frustrate the hell out of me. But we'll see what happens. I'm excited for what they're making, what they're coming up with. Just yeah. So we will see. Where the fuck is my profile? Oh, I'm not logged in. Log in. Why am I not logged in? Trying to send a link to a friend real quick. God damn it. This is such a pain in the ass. I was not prepared to stream on this computer. And now I'm stuck streaming on this computer. So, it's a little bit funky, but yeah, I'm trying to get the screen a little bit better for you guys so that you guys can see better. But yeah. Okay, start watching, go home, Tourist Rush. Let me link this for my boy. Start watching. Fucking share link, share link, share link. How do I share? All right. Copy image. No, no. All right. I don't even know how to share my shit, bro. Oh, / Tars Resh. There we go. I've sent it to him. Now let's get back to the AMA.
On these will change. Your progression with them will sort of reset, and each season you'll determine which faction you want to be working for to be able to unlock new stuff, and that's sort of part of the progression that happens within the course of that season. Um, Not only will they expand the stock of items that they have available while you're participating in missions and doing things in the game, but you'll also expand which tier of offerings you have access to, and that's all done through um, participating in the game world. So without further ado, like I'll actually jump into the game here. One more thing, really quick. I just do want to show you that this base is just connected straight
Okay.
to the persistent world. So the world that we'll be running around and playing in is this
Okay.
huge, massive open world called Morova. We're going to be hanging out mostly around the large airport area where there's several different events and missions and kind of content loops to experience. Um, but my base is just plugged right here into the persistent world. So I'm in the world now. I'm with you guys here in the world. I just happen to be over here where my base is. And if you were to wander over here to my base, you would see me standing out here. You guys could kind of stand outside the base, my base here, and you know, make me pay a toll when I want to enter the game world, or sort of whatever you want to do, right? It's a persistent world, it is competitive, and as soon as I walk out of my own base, I'm here with you. And certain things I can do in the game world, from completing missions to passing certain red lines in kind of faction gameplay, can actually make my base be open to raids. So you might actually get missions to come here to this base, to this specific location in the world where my base is, and come assault my base, steal an item from me, kill some of my reapers that are deployed here in my base, etc. Right. So I just wanted to pop out my front door here just so that you
All
can
right.
see that the base here is like fully connected to that persistent open world, and kind of at all times I don't have to again matchmake. It's just putting me straight
Make
into the
sure you
game
guys
world
can hear
over
me
there
while
and running
also being able
for
to
me.
hear him.
But for
But
a
yeah,
short kid's
he's
sake,
showing
I'm going
off
to
his
actually run over
base.
here
I
to
want to
my
go fucking kill shit.
deployment screen,
Like,
and I'm going to head into Cam Airport. Really quick, I'll give you guys a super quick overview of the map. So the area we're going to be playing in here today is going to be mostly
oh,
around
he's
Cam
he's
Airport.
going to south.
This is a large-scale kind of POI cluster that's
I want to see
designed to
where he
support
is. I want to hunt him down.
dozens and dozens of players playing in this just one region simultaneously. The map itself is many square kilometers of gameplay space, and we're currently working on supporting 200 players being able to play simultaneously across this entire map. And again, it's persistent, so it's not like at the beginning of the match there's 200 players, and then at the end of the match there's only 10 players left. The entire time that you're running around playing, new players are coming in, other players are extracting and leaving, and the overall goal is to basically keep this area and this world populated with around 200-ish players uh, active and running around the map at any given time. Is that cool so far, guys? Is kind of this way of presenting it working for you? I know you're playing at the same time, so hopefully my talking isn't too distracting. And um, again, if you guys have questions or anything else, please jump in.
Nighttime noises are loud.
I'll click over to the chat as soon as I can.
Industrial, we'll go to cargo. The one thing is like directions for me. Like I
Okay,
get turned around,
so
but I
here I am
see
in
like,
Morova.
oh shit.
Right now, when I'm spawning into the game world, we're spawning people in sort of like scattered spawns around the airport. Eventually, the way the persistent world is intended to work is players are
Woo!
going to be coming into kind of specific locations. So you can see here
Can't
these.
see anything.
Um, oh, that's one of you guys up there. You can see here these red smoke piles around. Those indicate extraction points. Um, right now, because we have
I
the
need five
world
five
constrained
six.
and closed down quite a bit. Whoa, let me get lit up. We have the scattered spawns just because otherwise we were creating too much compression with
Oh, you know
players
what?
spawning on top of each other.
I know what it
Uh,
might be.
so that's why you kind of see these more scattered. Whoa, sneaky here. You guys will see as we're running around, we're going to bump into lots of different NPCs. And they are because the world is persistent, the factions are also persistent. They have needs-based goals. Maybe one faction wants to get a certain type of resource, one faction wants to take over a certain area of the map. They're continually trying to accomplish those goals through the missions that they give players and through these little skirmishes that you'll see playing out on the map. Um, the NPCs themselves aren't actually intended to be uh, a massive like challenge for you in the game. They're more supposed to be like loud friction. So as I'm running
Ooh,
around and I get kills on these guys, other
purple.
players are hearing me get those kills and they're able to sort of triangulate on me
It's
and come
nine
find me.
millimeters.
And players are
Actually,
really supposed to
no,
be
that's
the
an
main
arc light.
threat. So as I'm making a lot of
So
noise running through this, as I'm engaging with players and stuff, it creates this kind of threat for me just because now players can triangulate on me, figure out where I am, and come and get me, which is not awesome. Though I appreciate that you guys are giving me some amnesty here and not just like lighting me up as we're running around. Um, you'll see here that these guys drop loot
shit,
kind of
shit.
relatively regularly. We're working on drop rates right now. They're dropping too much right now, so you're seeing more loot beams and more loot.
You did all right,
A little bit more
thinning
rare than
Metro's
it is.
ranks.
But you know, most of the signs and feedback here are starting to the numbers. Almost got cut down on this guy. So even though they're not a major threat, they still can tear you up if you're not super careful. Where's my armor plate here? My health pick back up. All right. Continue on my way here past the vault. Whoop.
All right.
See if I
Now
can
what
find my
missions?
target out here. Ah! No, no. I was dead there.
Events?
Okay, so let's see. I think he's around here somewhere. Not sure exactly where my mission target's going to be, but somewhere in this area. Exactly what I'm looking for.
Somebody's coming.
Kill Metro. These soldiers here, these Metro guys, over here in this part of the map.
Oh, I'm out of
So
ammo.
as I do this, I'm looking for uh, players to kill, and just kind of completing this mission. Other players are also being offered these missions at the same time, so I might not be the only one who happens to be over here trying to complete this mission at once. And we have a manager on the back end that's looking at the players that are online, looking at what missions are available in the current world state, and is kind of trying to route players to locations that make sense for them to be at based on where other players are at any given time. So that's sort of part of what we're doing to make a persistent world have continual player to player interaction and pressure. So if you guys think about a like a battle royale game, for example, or even
What
something
is going on?
like Call of Duty DMZ, another type of extraction game, they'll do something like have a gas cloud that shrinks the playfield over the course of a session in order to get players to find each other and fight. Um, with a persistent world, we can't really do that. We don't want to invalidate parts of the world, so instead we're using these sort of content systems to deliver missions, to deliver objectives to players that draw players together into little areas. And this happens in very large ways. From hey, what mission am I taking right now? That's going to take me maybe from
All right. Sorry about that,
Alaria, this
guys.
large city
Had
over
to check
here.
that out.
Me and my squad might hop into a vehicle and come all the way over here to the airport for an hour or so. So there's kind of like a large scale transition to come over here because we want to have players hanging out in the airport for a bit. And then at a smaller scale, the NPC groups that spawn, how much reward they have on them, all of that is also sort of creating these little gravity wells or magnet areas in the world that are attracting players to mission and getting them to come and play together. So even on like
Shit.
a very micro sense, the fact that these guys have a little loot beacon is attracting the attention of nearby players to come
Shit.
kind of loot this corpse, right? So all of this is sort of uh, in service of trying to bring players together and cause player-to-player conflict. This is really a PvP game, even though it has very strong PvP elements, PvE elements. I mean, the other thing that's kind of really unique about the game in terms of PvP and PvE is, unlike a lot of other games, we actually have an EVE loop. In other words, our simulated NPCs, as I mentioned, have these needs-based goals, and
Fuck
they
do you know?
are over a long period of time engaging in skirmishes and battles with each other, taking over different parts of the map, securing access to different kinds of resources, etc. And this is all kind of occurring. This is all kind of occurring progressively throughout the course of a season as new missions and battlefronts open up, and then season to season. Large scale events in the world, large scale additions, large scale changes to sort of the state of the different factions versus each other are going to be happening as well. And that's when, um, like, for example, the arsenal to the NPCs will change, which means that the game commonly will change. And that means the meta kind of shifts as we
Oh shit!
season two. Is shifting over time. Um, this is kind of neat because if you create a world this season and unlock, for example, crafting materials and recipes that allow you to do the items that are really prevalent in today's meta, when the meta shifts, that investment in a previous meta can really pay off with giving you asymmetrical sort of access to weapons and gear that aren't commonly dropping in the current meta, but because you engaged in a previous meta, you have the blueprint to be able to craft it again. You have the material to be able to get it again, or maybe you just have that weapon still sitting in your vault. And
Then we go
from a gameplay
extract
point of
since I
view,
got
that could mean you have
a
an
decent
advantage
amount,
because you have access to
and
some
they're still
gameplay
talking,
item that
so I kind of want to
is
give
really
them a
advantageous to
chance to
have in the
talk
current
about what's
meta with
going
all the
on.
items that are
You
common in the
know.
meta. But from an economic point of view, that also means that you have the ability to
Oh,
kind
there
of
it is.
sell
All
and
right, so
trade
that's
that
the
item
extraction.
now
Extraction.
when it's more rare in the meta. And this is kind of we think this is a really interesting thing, especially for people who want to have like a deeper economy game, because you'll sort of be able to predict and expect what's changing in the meta if you're paying attention to the missions and the story in the game. Is going to be rare next season based on all the things that we're hearing whispered in the missions this season. So I'm going to invest in
Oh shit!
recipes and stockpiling a bunch of oil because next season I have a feeling that's going to be really valuable. Just because we're destroying oil refineries in this season's meta, so there's going to be less availability of oil in the next season. So that's sort of like again a layer of gameplay and engagement that we think really uniquely lends itself to.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
In
Fuck.
the sense of having a longer term kind of engagement and understanding of what's happening in this evolving change. Any questions so far, guys? I'm going to keep running around and trying to do a little bit more PvP with you guys. I'm talking so much but if you have questions, please let me know.
Shit.
I'll figure out how to include Sean on stage so he can talk a little bit about the offerings that we have here, when they're going to be available, what they are.
shit.
So you see here that I came into the game world after I died there with kind of a fully kitted out Reaper. So Reapers are, again, these kind of collectible in-game. There's sort of two main things that players are collecting here. One is bases. So you're over time you're going to be earning, you're going to be sort of unlocking multiple bases that you again upgrade, configure, choose what exact style of base or strategy of base you want to have. Do I want a more defensive oriented base? Do I want a more production oriented base? Um, Again, that's a really important distinction because your base can be made vulnerable, can be raided by other
Oh
players. So
shit.
if you're storing a lot of valuable stuff, then you might want to balance some defenses on your base as well. But that's kind of one main thing that you're going to be progressing. The other one that you're going to be collecting and progressing is
Oh.
Reapers. And so Reapers are really interesting. They are both the unit that you use and bring into the game. I kind of think of them like soldiers from XCOM. They're unique in terms of their traits, in terms of their useful. So MK Mark II as his like primary weapon, and he's got
Oh, behind me!
but he also gets a ammunition crate
I'm so
ability and
screwed!
crate ability. And he'll also
Ah!
base perk, which makes I think his gives a crafting bonus, a slight crafting bonus. So when you have him deployed in your base, the crafting that you do there is going to be a little bit faster. So this is kind of unique.
Oh
Other
shit.
Reapers will have a different
Oh
set of
shit.
primary, secondary weapons.
I've got no
and
bullets!
if you die and you lose the items that you have, you always go back to having this baseline of gear. So you never go back to being fully naked.
Are
And
you
you might want to have a
serious?
couple different base level loadouts. I might want to have one that has an LMG on it. I might want to have one that has more like a sniper rifle on it. And to do that, I kind of collect more Reapers.
I need ammo!
Not only do I have them for what their basic arsenal is and what tools they have access to, but again, I can deploy one of these guys or set them
Shit.
in
Oh shit, oh shit!
on my base. He could be at the crafting station helping me craft an LMG. And then if my base gets raided, he will take up arms and he'll fight to defend his base while he's in there as well. So collecting several of
I
these
can't hit anything!
figuring out exactly how you want to distribute them across your base for
Fuck
defensive
this!
purposes,
I'm out of here!
economic purposes, and then using the ones that you want in game based on your own gameplay preferences is sort of the goal.
Oh!
And you can kind of collect and buy, sell, and trade
Get me out!
sort of
Get me
as
out!
these guys as you want. For our Foundation Alpha, we have several of them that are going to be available by default. And then as we get closer to launch, we're going to open up a recruitment screen in the game that's going to allow you to sort of like browse and purchase them.
Get me out! Get me out!
I am going to attempt to do some PvP now, so I'm going to probably shut my mouth a little bit. But again, if you guys have any questions, hit me up in the chat, and I will answer them as I can. Let's see. I'm going to listen to my own advice here, and whoa, take a mission here. This particular event is all the way over in the vault, which is on the opposite side of the airport from where I spawned. Just kind of like a.
Okay, that was rough.
I got to be paying attention to where
I almost got wrecked.
events are before I just go charging into the game world. But see if I can sneak over there without getting too much trouble. Yeah.
All right, but I've got gear now.
Avoid.
I'm probably gonna have to do like an ammo run. I like this one better. Oh, I don't have any fucking room left. Jeez.
Let me up. No.
I need the self-revive. I can sell some of this shit.
Yeah, let's use this LMG.
What do I
This
sell?
is still my favorite gun.
Trader.
Like I said, they're dropping
Sell.
a few too many of these armor plates right now. Don't get too used to that. Okay, some armor. Hopefully I can
No!
get some without dying here.
Why did it sell my good gun? What the fuck? I'm pissed.
So we've been spending a lot of time sort of play testing around this airport here internally with our team. And sort of, I think the nature of a game like this is there's so much that we can do internally with the team. You know, we can make the weapons feel really good. We can make the animations feel really good. We can make this world feel really high fidelity and nice. Um, but we can't really feel what it's like to have people actually playing the game for real in extended loops over long periods of time. With a persistent game like this, it's not just a 35-minute or 20-minute match. You know, it's what's it like when people are playing all night long?
They're
What's
not
it like when
wrong.
people are, playing
That's
for
why
hours at a
there's
time without breaks? And
DTL.
um, so you can see here, these guys are sort of the defenders of the vault. I took the mission for them, so they're friendly to me right now. If I were to start lighting these dudes up, though, they would kind of kick me out of being a friendly defender and start wanting to kill me too. So they've asked me to sort of help them defend this base or this area that they've sort of like are using as a base right now. So I'm kind of on this mission for them, running around trying to defend against these other NPCs that are assaulting the base from various angles. They're sort of scattered
I
here.
need
They're not
5.56 ammo.
they're not all just like charging in, but I think there's a handful of them.
There we go. Now I've got plenty of ammo. Let's go.
There's also some of you guys I think are in here. So these guys are a little bit. An interesting thing with this, with the way this works is you could have players working for both different factions at once, right? I take a mission for this faction, and then they're sort of on my team. You guys take a mission from another faction, and they're sort of against us. So you can kind of play
All
around
right.
with all of this kind of PvPvE gameplay uh, in a way that I think is again sort of a level up from what other games do, where the the NPCs exist in the world, but you don't really interact with them very much. They don't really have too much teeth. They're sort of like
All right.
they're exclusively sort of like an element of the world, whereas in our game you play alongside them, you play with them. Part of your strategy, for how you approach the world, is going to be working with these guys. And whoop,
Oh, this is 6.8 ammo? Are you serious? Ugh. I bought the wrong ammo, guys. I bought the wrong ammo.
no Barra annihilated me. Um, yeah, so like sort of how you engage with these dudes if you're working against rival players that are trying to take on missions. Some of the missions are like this one where they sort of have soft opposition to each other. There's players being asked to defend, and there's players being asked to attack the same rough area. And some of them have really like hard opposition to each other. Like I might have to defend a certain NPC, and you might have to assassinate that same NPC. So my failure condition is directly tied to your success condition.
I
And other
wonder.
missions are uh, just trying to send players to the exact same location. So like at the airport terminal here, um, you could have a mission that to go hack a laptop on one side of the terminal, and another player could have one to go clear out some enemies on a different floor of the terminal. And even in those missions, while they're not directly competitive goals, they still have this thing where they're drawing players into like a geographical proximity to each other, and it causes you to sort of have to figure out what to do with each other if you want to complete the mission goals that you have. Oop. I mentioned one of the issues that we have right now, which is a kind of tied to the playtesting, is the scattered spawning. So it has a kind of, I'm
Okay.
sure you guys have seen who are playtesting right now. It has a not a 100% chance, but it's a decent enough chance of like spawning you where there's some NPCs where you're like kind of under danger right away as soon as you start into the game world. That's something we're fixing up as we get some of the spawn points put in better locations. Let's see here.
What are they doing?
Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. That's Clint Worley. Clint Worley just got me. Thank you, Clint.
All right.
Oh, let's see. I'm asking Sean if he's ready to do his little bit here. Make sure we leave plenty of time. Oh, I love this gun. The one problem with this gun is finding the ammo for it, but if you can find it, it is a very nice one. Ooh, look at this. Player corpse. Give me the bullets. Aha, there's Sean.
All right, let's do this. Back in we go.
Are you able to talk, Sean?
Oh, wait. I don't know why it started.
Difficulties. What are we doing here? How do I get you to talk? I think you are allowed to talk now.
All right, let's do this shit.
You are on, but you are muted. Are you trying to talk? Sean.
The Metro Scourge needs cleansed.
Hold on a second. Let me try to move you back down.
Can you hear me now?
There, hey.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I heard a voice. You're a little quiet.
Oh!
I don't know which microphone it's trying to use. Awesome. So, yeah, thanks everyone for jumping in. So many technical difficulties. As Matthew is playing this, I think one of the big pieces here that I want to talk about is what are the feelings? What is different about this game versus anything that's out there? We've approached Web3 and the idea that there's some really, really awesome opportunities around
Don't let up on those Metro scum.
the different items that you might collect in the game, of the Reapers, of the bases. If we go back to the history of a lot of this team at Silvermine and Daybreak and MMOs, when you were actually a character and
Metro knows fear now.
EverQuest in PlanetSide, Star Wars Galaxies, had no ability to actually trade those or sell those. So people would call our customer service team or say, hey, I have this, I transferred it to this person, and well, on one level, that's okay, you just broken the end user to do that. And on another level, we want to keep the community happy. So we were getting a lot of customer service calls from people who ultimately were doing what they weren't supposed to do within the game. Over time, and Steam Marketplace is established, and a lot of other things have come since, you start to realize that blockchain solves a lot of these problems. There's no items and mouse. If you provide that marketplace, people can be a lot freer with their assets. If, for instance, if Matt's here and he's playing a lot with he realizes I want to be an LMG guy. That's my favorite thing. Marksman rifle. And he's gone through and it's crazy awesome. Then he could actually put that into the marketplace itself. So I think the way that we're approaching Web3 is it's a completely additive piece to this. It doesn't give you a bonus in terms of like, I have 10% more power because I bought something here. So it's not pay to win in any kind of way. It's literally just additive. It makes it so people can actually get more out of the game. In the future, there's a lot of UGC components that we're trying to put in. You'll be able to host your own servers. You'll be able to create your own items and skins. So for creators, this is a cool way to participate in the ecosystem, and a lot of that is powered by what blockchain tech can do. We're built on Tezos, ecosystem, which is enabling our blockchain stuff. One of the great things is collectible in the game actually has a token ID. So whether you choose to play as a traditional gamer without the Web3 elements, or you actually buy a Web3 version, all of those items will ultimately what else? So one quick thing, we've actually got some pretty cool things that are going in here, and we decided that we're actually going to move the launch by 2 days to Wednesday, 9 a.m. PDT. The reason behind that is because we realized that there's almost like a 50% jump in what we can actually deliver in 8 hours on that launch. And it's also the first time we've worked with Epic and a few others for distribution. So everybody the best opportunity to put the best foot forward. And so it's going to be on Wednesday. One of the things here, I think a lot of people that are here as KOLs within the Web3 community, APC is going to have a bunch of NFTs available. We can drop those. Pretty much everyone who's here, whether you're signed up or not. I mean, there's 18 people, and I think few are us. Everybody should just message Crystal right now and throw her on the spot. But you should all be able to get one of the initial NFT packs from our Foundation Alpha Series 1 that we're actually releasing. So there's 10,000 total NFT bundles that are going to go out. 2,000 are going to be in the first wave, and then there'll be another 8,000 within that Series 1. Just to explain that a little bit, we actually on our side can tag those a little bit differently. So while they might all be the same NFT collection, you will see that the people who are in this first 2,000 will be able to be segmented a little bit and get even more perks than the people who come in the next 8,000. The plan is to make that kind of like the real special Foundation breed, those two parts. And then after that, we've got potentially 15,000 NFTs that we will drop each month. We're going to shake up the different Reapers that are in those packs. So these people or these Reapers will be retired, and you'll never be able to buy them in primary market again. There will be all secondary market activity. One cool thing that Matt hasn't shown here is that we have a pretty awesome day-night cycle. Actually, the night cycle, having a Reaper that has night vision, such as Luna, is available in that in the mid and the high grade. She actually has the ability to kind of see at night. So, Matt, I don't know if you can switch your Reaper at some point. But
Yeah.
When you go into that awesome night mode, and it's very dark, just like it would be if you were really operating as a tier 1 operator in these kinds of situations. Those night vision goggles come in very handy.
Cool. Let's see. Yes. I actually don't have Luna, so what I can try to do is find a night vision because I don't have it. But
There you go.
I need to set up myself to have a Luna. I only have a Havoc right now.
So I've been actually working a lot on the purchase flow on the Web3 side, and that's actually one of my favorite things is unpacking the bundles and seeing which version of Luna I get. So it's about 17 different properties on
Here's somebody.
different NFTs after it's unpacked from the bundle. So there's
Shit behind me.
that are active right now, and over time, because the traits are going to change and that's at some point in the future, because this is an alpha.
Where are you?
They're gonna have different traits. They're gonna get better.
Need a gun.
More uniqueness.
I need a 5.56 gun, guys.
I
Like,
haven't seen certain parts of the game.
keep getting fucking 6.8 guns, and I don't like. I have a shit ton of.
Just checking our population.
Oh fuck.
My cheats.
Where's the password at?
Yeah, so nighttime, as Sean said, it creates all kinds of interesting stuff. The persistent world really gives us the ability to do so many kind of nuanced and fun things.
Shit.
It changes over time. So the time of day here is sort of one thing. I think I could set the time of day to something where I'm not sure exactly where it is. We have
I think they're. Oh shit!
So you can get a rainstorm that causes a lot of audio to kind of come into the game world, where you won't be able to hear footsteps behind you, and even like gunshots that are, you know, a certain distance away, depending on
Where'd
the
he go?
severity of the rainstorm, can start ducking the audio.
Oh shit!
You know, various different kinds of dynamic effects coming into the world.
Oh shit!
That kind of keep things different. This is important when you have a persistent world, right? Because you may want to only do a mission here when
Oh!
the faction that's controlling this particular area is fielding a lot of snipers, and it's just a kill field to be able to get there. But when it's nighttime, maybe you can get away with it. Or when it's foggy and their sight lines are reduced, you might be able to.
Oh, you know what?
So we're really trying to create a world that has all of this different sort of tactical offerings for different sort of approach paths to. Fear Dark is very dark, so having some night vision here would be a pretty extreme advantage. You know. Oop. Yikes.
All right, I got plenty of ammo for this one now. Damn it!
That was definitely a flare.
Ow!
Yeah, let's see. I might grab it. Again,
So
happy
one of the
to
things
answer any questions if you guys have anything. Throw them up in the chat.
Yeah, Matt, talk a little bit about how when you're legendary item, what do you want to do when you find a legendary item? Do you want to just go use it in the game, or do you want to get back to your base?
Well, it depends. I mean, it totally depends. So, we don't have the marker system in right now, and I'll talk a little bit about it and kind of why I think it's super cool. It's kind of directly, I think, relevant to you guys in the space too, because it's a sort of unique way of creating an insurance system. But depending on sort of how you feel, what your goal is right now, you might want to head straight to the exit. Yeah, if you find a legendary gun, because it's incredibly valuable, and they don't drop very often. Way more likely to find legendary, a relatively rare one. You know, if I'm in the middle of a big mission, if I'm in the middle of that's always sort of like I think an interesting tension mechanic in these kinds of games is how much do you want to press your luck with continuing to, you know, accomplish goals, fill out my inventory. You know, I have a few more slots left, like I can keep going. So that is backdrop. One of the things that we're doing is we're creating a marker system. Do I have a night vision? Just checking. Doesn't look like I do, unfortunately. So we're creating a marker system, and so like for example, like let's say I have an extremely powerful shotgun, all black, you know, a relatively valuable weapon. I may want to put a marker on it, and what the marker is you can think of it like an air tag, like an Apple air tag that I'm applying. And if someone loots my legendary weapon with a marker on it, they'll see that it's a marked weapon. They'll see that I as a player own that weapon, find it in the game world, no matter where it is. So if you keep running around in the game world with it, I'll kind of be able to track you, similar to how we have a bounty system. So when players produce enough heat, they
as it's in the game world. So you as a player, what you might want to do as the person who looted that gun, you might want to like really quickly come back to your base and disassemble it. Pretty valuable components in it. You might want to sell it to a merchant right away, or you might want to just come back to your base and keep it here because one of the things that I can track you back to is your base. So if you decide, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my base and wait for this dude to try to come, and I'm going to wait here right behind the door for him to walk in. I'm going to block him. So there's kind of a variety of different
God damn it!
ways that you can play with the loot that you get from another player if it does happen to be like a valuable marked piece of loot. And then eventually it sort of ends up working like insurance. 48 hours marker on, you'll get it returned back to you. But during that time period, instead of it just being sort of like a timer that's ticking down, there's lots of actual kind of get it back immediately from whoever stole it from you.
How am I running out of bullets again? I had 800 rounds, bro.
An interesting
Fucking spawning like crazy, dude.
item ownership and hey, this is my item. How do I make sure that I'm able to keep this thing that I'm spending time and resources and I care a lot about here, while at the same time risking it, bringing it into the game world, and also sort of this thing that's uniquely enabled by having this persistent world. You wouldn't be able to make a system like this for a match-made game because we wouldn't be able to match-make you back into the same world where the dude who took your weapon is. But in this persistent world, you can go straight back into that game world and get revenge on the person. And if they happen to be holding one of your tracked weapons, it'll be easier for you to find them.
Another part of that is you'll be able to take that weapon or item and take it from your game wallet and mint it into the marketplace. So that's one of the awesome parts of this is, hey, I found something, it's mine. I've gone and either taken the components off of another legendary item and put them onto something that I have as a base.
I should probably get out of here soon.
Or picked it up somehow in game, off of likely another player. But then you'll be able to mint that. And by minting it, you'll be able to actually participate in that Web3 economy piece that we're putting in.
Exactly right. Yeah. And I mean, we don't have the system fully in place yet, but we have a system that we call weapon parallels too. So a shotgun can have lots of different variants of that shotgun, and some of them can be like literally one of one unique. Like there will never be another, I don't know what you want to call it, San Diego Padres themed for this shotgun. There's only ever one of that exact weapon.
Well, I mean, I managed to clear them out. I might as well
You could also
fuck
get
around
one
in
like
here a
one out
little
of
bit,
1,000,
right?
One out of 1,000, and there's 1,000 weapons that are like
Maybe
this,
I'll
right?
find
Yours is
something.
number 962, and there's no other number 962 of that particular weapon variant. So this gives us uniqueness, collectability, and in a world where you could break down those weapons and use them for crafting components, and I had number 962, you know, if I destroy that, that's basically burned forever from that list. So the collectability of these items over time kind of increases. They can also, if I don't have it insured and I bring it into the game world and I die and my corpse decays, nobody ever loots it, it's gone. Like that exact version of that gun can disappear from the game forever. So there is this kind of like continual sort of burn of high value unique items that we're injecting into the game world to try to create a more sort of a dwindling of the availability of these items. And you know, we call them parallels because that's kind of what they call them in like baseball card collecting too. And it's a similar sort of thing. Like there's not a lot of like heavy metal cards hanging out. Just they've dwindled over time. And it'll be the same thing with some of these like rare parallel variants of weapons. Some of them are going to start out completely unique. It's a one of one. And others will become more unique over time as they are destroyed or as players deconstruct them, etc.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because it actually creates some scarcity within that game economy when you're like,
Oh shit!
This barrel, this sniper scope, and you go in and like, this is really one of like 5 of these in the entire game world. And it's not per server, it's like the entire world. So, just like the Steam Marketplace, if you went in and bought a Counter-Strike skin, and the problem with Steam is there's 5 of these skins. Well, with Web3, you actually know there's only 5 of those skins or 100 of those skins, versus how Steam does stuff. It'd be like of these things.
Behind me. Fuck. Oh shit!
Yeah, the blockchain keeps game developers honest. It's pretty awesome.
A little present for you.
Does anybody have any questions in the audience? I don't know. I mean, honestly, it was hard enough for me to figure out how to get my microphone working today. But
Yeah, just get them in the chat, and we'll try to answer them here.
yeah,
They've got eyes on me!
We might be talking about
give everybody access. It's like the stage.
the stage thing. I don't know if we can do that. A stage.
So, Higby, tell everybody what you've worked on. I think it's pretty awesome because a lot of people, when they look at a game, who do they want? I mean, we have some pretty good pedigree, so people can trust that this is going to be a pretty damn cool, awesome game.
Yeah, I mean, I started my career working on MMOs, so I've worked on large of these massive scale, multiplayer games. Starting from like EverQuest, Star Wars Galaxies, but like I think the biggest one I worked on and worked on the most was PlanetSide and PlanetSide 2. PlanetSide 2 was sort of my, I don't know, to say it was my baby isn't exactly correct, but it was certainly like very near and dear to my heart. And then, since then I've been working on a lot of AAA games also. So I worked on The Division at Ubisoft for a little while, worked on The Division 2. I also worked on at IO Interactive, so they make the Hitman games. I worked on both their World of Assassination mode for Hitman and one of their upcoming games that hasn't been like fully announced yet, so I can't talk about it too much, but another large-scale, primarily multiplayer-oriented game. But it's safe to say that like shooters are sort of like my passion for gaming, and having like a large-scale persistent world shooter is sort of always the kind of game that I personally want to play. So like, games like PlanetSide and PlanetSide 2, I not only worked on them, but I also played them as a fan and as a player quite a bit, and I expect it to be very similar with Reaper Actual, because having a great big world with stakes and consequences that matter over more than just 1 or 2 sessions at a time is sort of my sort of gaming happy place, and there's not a lot of games that really try to scratch that itch. So yeah, that's sort of where I come from and why I'm working on a game like this.
Yeah, I'll tell everybody. I've worked on a lot of games. I worked with Meta, PlanetSide, Star Wars Galaxies, that way back in 20 plus years ago. But 35 different MMOs here. Our entire team's worked on probably like 40 to 50 different MMOs over the last 25, 30 years. So this is not an unproven team. I will say, from my perspective, if you look at my avatar, it's one of the Bill Murray NFTs that I bought right around my birthday a few years ago. I love Web3. I think it does some awesome stuff, and I think that a lot of it allows you to be within a community and a club. I got an opportunity to go meet Bill Murray because of this particular NFT. I actually bought 2 of these. They were 1.5 ETH when I bought them, so they're just significantly expensive for what they would have been if I didn't. But I actually bought 2 so that my best friend had a good reason to draw him over and say, "Hey, we're gonna go meet Bill Murray." And he was like, "Awesome! How did you do that?" And I was like, "I bought an NFT out of a collection, and it put me into a community, a club." So. On the back end, that we're not looking at Web3 as something that's just the way that a lot of people have looked at it in the last few years, where, oh, what a great way to fund a project. we don't even have to deliver it. This is a team that's delivering a game that is groundbreaking, and it has people behind it that not only know how to deliver an MMO to the community, but also are understanding the Web3 aspects of this and what we can do that you couldn't do, 5 years ago, 20 years ago. So I think that's an important piece. There's these Foundation Alpha packs that we're going to be launching on Wednesday at 3 price points, USDC, 30, 50, 80, that have this, that will be limited edition and retired. So I'd imagine it's more interesting. Do you have the Luna with the night vision goggles? Because we haven't launched anything for 4 months, and everyone wants those goggles. Ultimately, this is going to be a fun game for people who, one, love this kind of genre, but at the same time, on the Web3 side, if you're into utility from the NFTs that you're actually buying and participating with those communities, this is the game. So I think a big goal here today is to get y'all checking it out, coming in and playing, and telling the people you know. Because a lot of NFT drops out there are literally just like, look at this is going to be cool, and there's no substance behind it. This actually, out of all the Web3 games I've worked with, has more substance and more to come than anything else. So, end of rant.
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's right. Like, from my point of view, one of the things that we've been talking about a ton the entire time I've been on this project is how do we make these have substance and utility, as opposed to just we want to have speculative value too, but we want them to at the core be providing something that actually does have utility. It sort of answers the question for Web3 stuff, like what's in it for me. Sort of threaded the needle with our offering, gives a lot to both people, which we hope means that we get a lot of engagement from both audiences and a shift in the Overton window in terms of what's allowed in games, where right now a lot of the stuff, at least from a Web 2 point of view, shady. But we're trying to make it so that it feels like it gives utility. And provides everything that you guys want out of it too, right? Like an asset that I can hold and keep over time that's going to become and.
Not planned for this channel to be used, so a lot of things are broken.
Thank you.
They've been unable to chat. That explains it. We've been saying,
They've
chat
been
us,
able to
ask us
chat.
questions.
You guys have just not
They're
seen
chatting.
it. If you hover over the channel, there should be an open chat button where you can see the text chat.
Oh god, show chat. Oh jeez.
Yeah.
I see it.
Also, they are unable to raise their hands because the permissions in here are very, very wonky.
Oh god. Okay. Hey, awesome. There's lots of questions.
I saw people saying that they could hear at the beginning, so I had the
Feel
chat
free
open.
to.
Never mind, Tim.
So I'm just gonna point out that I am not Discord native. So I would call myself Web3 almost native, but I'm definitely not Discord native. So let's go back here. Oh my god. There's like 6 billion questions, comments. This is great.
Awesome.
Vin, have you been watching this thing go by the whole time?
I have been so busy this past hour. It's a whole
I
thing.
would say. Well, awesome. Okay, so there's so many questions. Let's go from here. Let's fix this real fast. Yeah, boomer alert. Thank you. not even boomer. I don't know.
If there's any questions you guys have that like
Just throw the new
from
ones
earlier
up.
that weren't answered, feel free to drop them like again now.
How?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
let's
looking
talk
through.
about
I'm looking through.
how do raids work. Some Matthew,
base raids work.
you're running in.
Yeah.
Run
base raids
us through how a raid goes. Yeah.
Yeah, so right now, the way it works is there's a heat system in the game, and you can think of the heat system similar to like an APB system in GTA, right? As I break the law in the game world, like my heat increases. So this happens as I kill NPCs, as I complete missions, etc. Right? Right now, the way it works is at a certain threshold, we allow players to pursue players back to their base. Kind of opens up. If I'm coming back to my base for a certain window afterwards, another player can like sneak in and chase me. What it's eventually going to work is there'll be certain types of missions that'll be kind of clearly marked. Let me see if I can do this well. Yeah, cool. You'll be able to see kind of before you accept the mission what the security rating is. And let's say you have a security rating 4 mission or something like that, and it'll have like a little skull next to it or a little, raid indicator. But it basically means if you complete this mission, your base is going to be made available to raid. So if you go do that mission, it'll be probably a hard mission against one of the PvP factions. And effectively what they do at the end of that is that faction that you do the mission against will green light a raid on your base. That will mean they create missions to attack your base, and they also spawn NPCs to attack your base, right? So that's kind of like the mission-bound way that your base can get raided is, as I'm doing things in the game world, I can cross one of these thresholds, and then suddenly my base is vulnerable. And this is used for a couple different reasons. One, we don't want you to feel like your base is going to get attacked while you're at a movie with your friends on Friday night. So there is something immediately before your base gets raided that qualifies your base to get raided. So we're pretty sure that you're online and playing the game. And in that case, at worst, it feels like an overtime. Like I wanted to log out, but my base is getting raided. I have to defend my base for a little bit, as opposed to I got to log in and defend my base when I don't want to be playing the game right now, right? We want to avoid that. So that's one way is this kind of crossing these content red lines. The other way is if I take a marked weapon into my base, then players can find my base and attack my base, whether I'm there or not, because I have that weapon sitting in my vault in the base, or sitting in a Reaper loadout that is deployed in the base. So that is only applicable if you have decided to bring a marked weapon back into your base and keep it there. Like the player who has that marker is going to be able to use it to follow that weapon back into your base to be able to get it. So those are kind of like the two primary ways that we're eventually going to make it work. And then that's for like the ambient base raid. From the persistent world, my base can get raided. We have intentions to have sort of additional, more kind of competitive-oriented game modes where your outfit, which is what we call guilds, your outfit could challenge another outfit to raid their outfit base. And you could actually do an attack-defend against another outfit in a more structured way. And that system would be bound with like MMR, ladder ranking. There would actually be a structured PvP kind of apparatus built around that to allow for very competitive players to play and compare themselves to other very competitive players in a more structured environment. That, in addition to game modes and mods that players are able to actually put together themselves, will be another kind of way that base raids get enabled. So the last bit is like we do intend fully for people to be able to mod this game, to buy their own private servers and run their own game mods on it. And if you wanted to create a game mod that was like had its own rule set for how bases can get raided, if you wanted to create a game mod that just had 2 massive outfit bases on Morova, and you're using the entire map of Morova and doing like a 30 on 30 or 100 on 100 massive scale battle, and that's the game mod that you create on your own server, we hope that we'll be creating like the tools and the functionality to allow people to kind of create and govern access to the servers that have their own mods that they created on them. So immediately right now, it's based on that heat mechanic, like I said. Eventually, it's going to be based on specific missions and mission criteria.
Going to war, baby. Let's go.
System, and then longer term, it'll be something that's more open for structured PvP and game modes.
Someone asked a question about are we limiting bots on midday, which is not Monday now, right? It's Wednesday, 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Don't know what time zone everyone's in, but on the bot side, there isn't a limitation on that. I think the biggest limitation is that people are going to have to be able to get their crypto into the ecosystem for Etherlink, and Etherlink is a great new chain. It's up and coming. I personally have maybe 15 different crypto wallets, and I didn't have anything on that chain, so it takes a little bit of time for people who don't know what they're doing to go through the process of converting and bridging currency. It's available in USDC and XTZ, and there's a little minor gas fee on that. I totally recommend that people have USDC on their account if they want to actually buy in, because it's the smoothest process. We're working with a company called Sequence. They used to be Horizon. They had a pretty cool trading card game that they proved out a couple of years ago, which I played and I still have assets on. And just to be a little more crypto native here, everything from NBA Top Shot to Record Shop, which isn't around. I was literally looking like, where the hell are my Kaiser Soze music tracks that aren't there? I bought stuff from Snoop Dogg and a bunch of other people that I have as NFTs forever. But there's some cool stuff behind what you can do in the Web3 space. We're gonna do it right. We're not looking at this as an awesome, fast way to grab a bunch of cash and build a quote project. By the way, I hate the word project because I think that is the burned out car I have in my garage that I someday want to fix because it's not my focus. This is a product, and it's a game, and that's how the team is approaching it. And the Web3 aspects aren't to get funding; they're really to add different levels of community engagement and opportunities for people to trade and really build cool stuff. So when we get all of our UGC tools in, and you'll have a marketplace listing capability, you're looking to go, wow, this is really Web3 done right. What else? I'm trying to look through the questions. Vin, did you see any good questions that popped out? I'm finding that I can't directly message people because we're not members of the same server, even though we're on the same server.
Yeah, Discord's having a whole thing. The permission to let people speak is currently disabled for the one type of channel that needs it. It's awesome. I think those are like the few that I had seen like very recently.
Okay. Well, if anybody has a question that they asked, feel free to throw it in the chat right now because it'll go to the top of the list now that we can actually see the chat. Now that we know we're.
Oh yeah, someone had a question about following up on World Gold.
Oh man!
What would that look like from a player's perspective?
Do you mean from from the perspective of you're building your own stuff?
I think they mean from the perspective of like how are we going to communicate, like I think it was spoken on earlier how like players' actions are going to inform that, but then how are we going to like communicate those changes once the players' actions have come through? Feel free to tell me if I'm interpreting your question wrong, Moglin.
These are both 5.56. I can get rid of the 6.8.
Like I can kind of riff on it a bit, and then if I'm answering it wrong, I can go back and answer it a different way. But the main way, so right now we have these relatively rudimentary kind of test missions in. And one of the big things we're trying to do right here is there's some sort of basic routing of which one of these missions are available. We're trying to keep track of how many players are on at any given time and how many we're offering. So the missions right now aren't as like story robust as they could be. You'll see. I'm sure you guys have seen. They're relatively simple, right? But the idea with all of these missions is that they'll eventually have they'll represent like a little glimpse into certain characters, what their goals are and what they're trying to do. So I'm taking a mission for a specific member of one of these factions, and over time you'll know more about those characters. You'll learn about sort of who they are, what their relationships are with other characters, what the things that they care about doing. They don't want to kill bystanders versus they don't care. Kind of those attitudes about them. And then through the missions and through what the NPCs are saying, you'll get little glimpses, like little peephole kind of glimpses into the larger storyline from each of these characters' point of views. And the idea with that is we want to give lots of little tidbits that players can then start to stitch together themselves. So we're never actually coming out and having the, oh, here's the rain. Good timing, huh? You can hear
There we go.
the rain coming on here as I'm trying to talk. But you'll get these glimpses over time, and then kind of ideally what we want is for players to sort of theory craft and talk about what they think is going to happen and what they suspect is going to happen. And did you see that this character was talking about this kind of stuff, but this other character was talking about something else completely? Maybe that means X, Y, and Z. And all of these missions.
No, I bought the wrong
kind of
fucking
have,
one. Damn it.
Almost like you can imagine like little tokens of
Shit.
of world building that you could connect to the larger storyline and and extrapolate into sort of what you predict is going to happen in the game world based on what these characters are talking about right now. So really, I hope that most of the story kind of gets discovered on message boards and in Discord with people talking about, oh, but this guy said this. Did you see that? Oh, well, that means that this other piece kind of falls into place, as opposed to us being overly expository with the story. But we'll be giving lots
Feels
of
like these aren't selling
things,
right.
over time, both through environmental storytelling, through the missions, and also through season to season when kind of completely shift what the factions are up to and what the strategies that they have. This will all sort of be imbued with that storytelling over time.
One thing I actually haven't pointed out, but do want to actually flag, is that people who are in the earliest Foundation alphas who get those NFTs, or if they buy it from the Epic Store early, we have the ability to do some fun stuff in terms of airdrops and in-game supply drops. So you might actually get some crafting materials. You might get a soulbound token that says that you were there in the beginning. Things that are going to add value to those NFTs over time. And even if you're not using the Web3 side of this, we'll still be able to do that stuff for those people. So it's the kind of thing where, unlike traditional NFTs, awesome, I bought a PFP and now I can look like a frog dude or a wizard for the rest of my life. You know,
There we go.
That's great. What if there's a company that
I think I'm gonna do one more run.
build a game, and maybe they're not things that affect gameplay as much, but they are things that actually show the community how engaged you are within that community, and how long you've committed to it. So it's we have a lot of leeway in what we can do there, and we're gonna actually probably be talking to the community a lot more and asking, what do you think would be super cool to have? Matthew, can you talk about vehicles and maybe even like extraction stuff with helicopters if you align with the faction that owns the airport? Those are really cool things.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. So the way it works is right now this is just a basic extraction point. I could just walk up here and click extract and leave, right? But eventually, extracting via helipad is going to be based on you owning a helicopter, and that helicopter being on standby or parked at a base that's sort of within the radius of this airport, right? So my base is up here. It's a bunker base, so it doesn't have a helipad, but a warehouse base totally can have a helipad. And I could upgrade that helipad to have a medevac on it, or to have a attack helicopter on it, etc. And by having that helicopter in that radius, helipads around that base I could come up to and then extract via my helicopter, right? So it's sort of it's something that I have to enable through my own progression. But then it kind of works similar to what you would expect. I shoot a flare, I make a radio broadcast. I have to wait a couple minutes. Players around are attracted to me as I'm doing that. They see the flare. They'll be able to hear the pilot coming in and letting me know, okay, it's going to be a few minutes before I'm there. I'll be there in 2 minutes, whatever. And they're able to come and sort of like jack my extraction attempt if they want to. That's kind of a point-to-point vehicle. And this won't just be helicopters, by the way. There'll also be, like, for example, down here, I'm going to use a kind of a cheat here to fly around the game world. But somewhere like this. This doesn't
Alright.
have the art for it yet, but this will eventually be a dock.
Looks like there's an
You'll
extraction
use for,
over there.
like a sea-based transport. If you have a base that happens to have a dock and you have like a Zodiac boat that you've upgraded onto
Fuck
that,
is
then
that?
you'll be able to use this dock as a.
Is that
as
an
a transport.
extract or is that
And
just?
these different points will have different advantages and disadvantages. From timing to how public they are, how incognito you can.
I don't know
be
if that's an
using it,
extract.
how much gear you can take.
No,
out
that's
with it,
an
how many players
extract.
can come in with it. All of these different
That's
things
right
will have
there. So
slightly
that's
different kinds of
distance-wise. I can
configurations, so
gauge
it's like
like that.
a one-stop shop.
So that
The last thing
is way the fuck
you know,
out there.
I think one of the coolest things.
That's
is
over
this
here.
is a combined arms game.
I don't know what that is.
Right now on our server, we don't have any player drivable vehicles, but on our
Let's go.
internal playtest servers, we've been playing around with them recently, and there's something that's going to be coming online really quickly. Is like Humvees and multi-crew transport vehicles. So you
Oh,
and your
why do I
squad
have
can
no
basically
friggin-
drive around in a vehicle together, and those are fully drivable, fully functional.
Oh, that's the edge of the
out window
plane.
seat. You can store stuff in the trunk. Everything you would expect, and you can cruise around in those. And they're also something you own. So I drive that back to my warehouse base. If it has a garage on it, I can extract with that vehicle and keep that vehicle for later. Use that vehicle for next time I come into the game world. Our eventual goal is to make even the helicopters and boats that at least at first will be more like point-to-point extraction and infiltration tools. Our eventual goal is to make those be fully drivable as well. So you could, fly a helicopter, you could drive a boat. That's a little bit further down the road, but that is still an ambition of ours. And anybody who's played or seen PlanetSide knows that that combined arms nature.
I hear
that
people
the
fighting.
nature, you're all sort of in the same play space at once. Was something really unique and special about that game, and it is something that we really of having this sort of long tail progression and ownership. High prestige assets like a vehicle or an armored personnel carrier or an armored trucker. And one last thing, when I talked about having multiple bases, you could imagine an outfit. Like, let's say you have an outfit and you decide that from doing missions this season, you determine that there's going to be a lot more possible in the next season. You guys configure your making the best high-quality sniper rifles you can possibly make, because you think there's going to be a market opportunity if you're selling those early next season. Well, that might mean that you configure another base that's not your manufacturing base, but it's another warehouse base that you own somewhere else on the map as a storage base or a security base. And to be able to make sniper rifles, you're kind of storing them over in your more high security base where you have turrets and motion sensors and lots of reapers there to defend it, right? But when you want to build things, you actually have to take them to your manufacturing base. And the open world has a lot of consequences of having this persistent world. An item in a vault in one base, transfer it over to the other base. You actually have to load that stuff into a vehicle and drive it across this persistent, competitive open world to be able to take it from the base that has a lot of security and has a very strong, valuable vault to the other one that you've configured to have maybe a very powerful generator and lots of high-powered or high-tier crafting stations to be able to make these very refine the metals and create the best. It requires a completely different type of base configuration to do that. So it creates all sort of interesting things. If you see that you're being pursued back to your base with a load full of stuff, you might want to make a detour and go to your more defensible base where you have sandbags and motion turrets and all that kind of stuff set up. But if you don't notice that you're being chased back to your base, you might lead people back to your manufacturing base accidentally, right? All of this, not only combined arms gameplay, but the strategy of how you use use and configure your bases, and kind of knowledge of what other player groups, outfits are out there, and kind of what they're trying to do to you at any given time, or your group at any given time. This all we think creates this very kind of compelling, tense experience where you're constantly having to put yourself at risk and in danger in order to accomplish these economy goals, in order to have this kind of progression growth as a group, and really to be able to win the larger scale war through materials and access to different kinds of weapons. So
Matthew,
kind of jump from vehicles onto the base meta there, but it all is extremely interconnected. back into this persistent world nature of the game in a way that, at least for me, I think is extremely
I'm gonna dump the ultimate question here. My favorite thing with that is successful. When are we gonna have fishing?
That's a great question. I always ask the exact same thing.
When we get boats, throwing in just that fishing minigame element is, it always feels like, oh cool, I can just go out on my boat. I don't have to deal with the stuff that's going on in Marova today. I don't want anybody shooting at me. I'm gonna go way out and I'm gonna fish, and maybe I pull up some crafting materials. That's that's the ultimate. You know you made it as an MMO when you get to that point.
Agreed 100%. Agreed 100%. Yeah, I think it is something that it feels like you're you're there now. So I it kind of leads me to another topic, which is that I think of Reaper Actual as a home game. Right? It's a home game. And what I mean when I say a home game, it's like if I'm on a business trip and I have one game installed on my laptop, it will be this game. And what makes a home game work is it never tells you, no, you shouldn't play right now. Always something you can go do in that world, right? And the best ones will have, we have 10 minutes to play right now. Go in, I can gather some resources, get some stuff later. My friends aren't online, so I don't want to have like sweaty lean forward gameplay right now. I want to do something. My friends are online, awesome. Like right away, there's nothing that says we have to wait until Friday for them to respawn. Right? The game is never telling me,
ouch,
dude, you should be playing Maple Story right now. You shouldn't be playing this because we don't, this game doesn't support your mood, doesn't support your session length that you have, right? It should have the variety across the missions, across the ambient gameplay, and across just activities like you're describing. These, fishing is a kind of harvesting, gathering, exploration activity, right? Like it should have ample ambient activities like that. That even if I just have a few minutes to kill and run around, I feel like I'm gonna jump into Reaper Actual, and if nothing else, I'll have some laughs with my friends as we're kind of chatting in there, and get a couple little things here and there. And even if I only got 20 bullets, okay, cool. I have 20 more bullets on my next run. The next time I log in. Decent content.
We were doing that playtest with some other people yesterday, and one of the things that you start to see these emergent behaviors in MMOs, and I love it, where it's like, oh, I'm out of armor plates right now, and right now we don't have the grouping aspect.
Shit.
Because we're testing out how it is to be a single player within the world. I think Metro runs the airport right now. But
God damn it, behind me.
What you're going to see is that people will go in and they just to be part of a community. And Marova and Reaper Actual is, like you said, it is the base game or the home game of where people are going to be. And when we get into modded servers, people might be able to turn this into a space version. So ultimately, Reaper Actual is, at its core, kind of like the construction set. If you have 3. So, I just said it. For example, I can say it because I haven't gotten in trouble for saying stuff yet, but I probably will after this.
Yet.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. Like we want this to be, we want players to basically have access to the same kinds of tools and functionality that we're using to build this game. We want to expose that stuff. That means the NPC stack. It means the vehicle stuff. All of it. Like we want to loot, the whole 9 yards that we're using to create this game world. We want to give players access to. But I persistent world, and you can just build what you want on it, and invite other players to come and experience it as they want.
Direction would be like Roblox,
Right, or like Minecraft
maybe,
or something.
Yeah, Minecraft or Fortnite Create Mode, UEFN, as we call it. But
A lot of them, holy fuck.
have is I think the closest thing is probably GTA 6. With GTA 6, which we're all excited about as well. At the same time, there's going to be people who absolutely gravitate to that kind of gameplay. But there's a lot of people who are going to be like, wow, I've been looking for this MMO for a long time. I'm glad this is the team. I've done this before, and I think we're going to get a lot of really, really awesome mods and servers. And one quick point there, when people do modify the game and they're operating their own servers, they can charge people for it. We're like, go for it. Charge people to do a version of this that's pirates or ninjas or whatever.
Where are you shooting at me from? Oh, there we go. Goodbye.
I loved the opportunity that I got to come in and join this team this month. Is that I'm looking at this as this is the next version of Steam, where there's a ton of games that you can choose from. There's this core thing, kind of like if you're playing Counter-Strike or if you're playing Team Fortress or even Dota. But from there, there's going to be so many different modifications or different ways that people play. But the Web3 aspect here is really super cool because your game wallet is ultimately your account. Web3, maybe you haven't played in a while. We have the ability to go and drop in something like, hey, here's a backpack, or here's a game that we love within the ecosystem that we think you're going to like.
Oh, shit.
And that's when PUBG came out, when H1Z1 came out, different kind of gameplay. Being able to show people new stuff where they love the core of they love the community. They can jump into these new opportunities with their friends. It's literally a complete change in how games are distributed, how communities are engaged and re-engaged in stuff, and game discovery. I mean, imagine there's 3 million people that are playing this, and we're like, wow, on the same platform. Let's go ahead and drop everybody a starter pack for that pirate version of this.
Oh, shit.
There's stuff way beyond what any marketer could ever think of, and I think when everybody gets their head around this, what Web3 is on the table, it's not what Web3 has been, it's what Web3 can be. And that's, personally for me, I was there at the subscription stage, when everyone's like,
Run away!
This is my third act. I'm working on helping build a community around the next generation of how people are going to interact with MMOs, and that is the Web3 aspects and all the additive things that they add. So we'll get past those issues where it's horrible because it's blockchain. Like, no, it's not. Oh, it's horrible because they want a subscription. Buy the game or not, pay every single month. Free to play. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. They got blockchain. It's better for the community. It brings more people in. It gives everybody the ability to have access to a lot more content. And so we're out with a chip on our shoulder to prove that not just a persistent needed today, but this is the team that can prove it.
Alright,
right?
I think I'm done for now.
Deliver
Ah, shit!
1,000% that. And the community is going to be the biggest part that helps us do that. So, super, super excited to have this. To be part of this. Any other questions in the community? We still have people online. This is great. Okay, with that, since there's nobody jumping up, unless, hang on, I have my thing over. thank you, Elise. Appreciate your feedback there.
Something's weird about this chat. Like I see.
Yeah, I'm
I
looking
got
at
one
it.
update to it, and then I'm not getting any more updates. The last thing I see here is Ryan Thompson saying something.
Valentin
Yeah,
said something nice.
I've been-
Thank you for the support.
I've been here this whole time very quietly fighting the permissions battle. There's a lot of broken things in this channel.
So Vin, I'm gonna give you a heads up. I've been back channeling Smed on this entire thing. We're gonna be doing this every day, and we're gonna do it public for the entire server. So I'm gonna talk to Jimmy and a few other people, but we'll get people in here every single day. We need to be doing this for the community. We need the community to be giving
If
feedback,
it's
and we
public
need
with
to
the
be.
entire server, all of the issues
Yeah.
you ran into today no longer happen. All of these issues are due to restricted access in a channel that's not designed for it.
Okay, got it.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah, so you and me and a few other people, let's sit down later today. Let's
Yes.
figure out that part of the issue, and let's make sure that this server knows that they are our community, and they can give that feedback in real time, and that we can actually read it. And we will answer every question.
The rest of CX is out, so I am now the authoritative source for today. Throw me in a meeting or put me in a channel, I'll respond.
Right on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool, guys.
great feedback already. Yep,
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Awesome.
It's
If any of
you know,
you
it's
all
hard to
have any, like-
explain how cool it is to be able to show a game that you've been working on, and you know, through all the
Yeah.
ups and downs of developing a game, getting to the point where we're actually starting to show it to people is like it's such a beautiful kind of time, and like beautiful and scary and terrifying and gratifying. So yeah, appreciate every chance we get to talk about the game. So thanks for coming, and thanks for your attention, everyone.
Feel free, if you have any questions like after this that like are still unresolved, or if you think of them like an hour later, feel free to either still drop them in this chat, because this chat will be open, or just drop them somewhere else in the server, and I'll make sure that the team sees it, or we'll just answer it next stage.
Yeah, and I'll throw two avenues here. One, AP Collective is a great partner of ours. They're working with people on the Web3 side, and we want to make sure that everybody who showed up today actually gets an NFT of the game when we drop those on Wednesday. So either send Crystal your wallet address. I'll throw it here a little bit, or friend me and direct message me. I'm Megamouth, and we'll just make sure everybody here gets that. Just put a little line like, I was in the chat, dude. Here's my wallet address. So super excited to get y'all in, and honestly, big time. Tell your friends. We're not a project. We're a product. We're a game. We're a company, and this is a community that we're going to be building for decades. So it's if you believe now, just wait. We're gonna knock your socks off, and that is a boomer comment. So thank you everybody. This is really fun, and we appreciate it. Higby, thank you for coming in and pinch hitting a little bit. I know we're doing a lot of stuff on the dev side, and it's great to hear your vision each time, because I always get a little more out of it. And like I said, I'm pretty young with the company, and
I'm also just making it up as I go along, dude. So it's always going to be different. It's always going to be different.
Well, it's different. You're doing a good job, because I remember being with Hollywood James Parker on Lords of EverQuest, and we're out there, and people were asking questions like, "Yeah, we're gonna do that," and he came back, and the dev team's like, "What the hell did you just commit us to?" So everything you say is actually things I've heard. So
That's right.
I don't think you're.
We
making
definitely do
shit
have a
up.
vision. We do have a vision. I just talk about it a little bit differently. I'm talking about donuts one day and bicycles the next day. It's always something new.
As long as we get that fishing in, we're good.
That's right. That's what you'll get from
Awesome.
donuts and bicycles. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks everybody. Have an awesome weekend.
That wasn't bad, guys. I mean, the playtest was interesting. Honestly, I like the game so far. Needs work. 1000% needs work. I don't think I don't think they're in a bad spot development wise to start opening it up to the public because I think they'll get more feedback for what they want based on that. I think that it will give them more of an option for improvements and things that people want to see based on having that open opportunity for people to discuss. Because this game has multiple aspects to it, right? This game has the open world kind of aspect with like the base rating and shit like that. Then it's got the extraction shooter aspect. So it's managing like feel of loot and runs, high value loot, difficulties, where like spawn rates. There's so much to it, and they're going kind of like open world MMORPG, the Division 2 kind of maybe feeling to it, and I see them having a lot of issue with finding out that what valuable improvements they can make and managing expectations of the community, trying not to favor one aspect of the game over the other. I can see where opening this up to a larger player base is going to be helpful. Not only that, is revenue. You know, like fucking revenue never hurts. And the fact that they're going to be making revenue outside of just NFTs or just cryptocurrencies or whatever is even better in my opinion. So I think this is going to be interesting. I'm gonna hop into DTL real quick, see what these guys have to say. I'm still live, just so you know.
Okay, thanks for letting us know.
Yeah. I figured, you guys were shit talking now. But
Postmortem.
That's actually what I was doing. So I figured I would hop in here with you and see what you guys were thinking about it, because honestly, in the current state of it, it's no worse off than Shrapnel was when they were selling packs.
Yeah, true.
And they're kind of taking the same playbook with giving packs away to people who present content and games to a large audience.
But the difference is those packs are actually going to have some utility right out the box, hopefully. Like, they're going to have things inside them, like basically.
Well, yeah, but once you open the pack, you can't resell the stuff that's in it. They already made that clear. Yeah.
Same with Shrapnel.
The pack itself is what's going to be valuable. Which is what you couldn't do with Shrapnel. You couldn't sell the pack once you had it. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was...
I apologize. It was on their custodial wallet. So...
Yeah, but you couldn't then sell it. No?
No, you could not. Because there was no access to your wallet on your Shrapnel, login.
Yeah. I'm live, Moglin, just so you know.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Yes.
But that's the thing. Like, where they're at development-wise is no worse than games that we've seen try to push, like, beta fucking, So...
The price points? I was a little happier that it wasn't 45 and 100. What did they say?
I knew it was going to be 30, 50, 80. They already had that posted, so I wasn't concerned about that. I thought it was fine.
I think most of it is fine. The only thing I'm worried about, and they didn't really give an answer, except for we've got it handled, is the whole mint structure.
They didn't say they had it handled. They said that ETHLink or whatever the fuck ETHLink, what the fuck was the name of it? EtherLink?
Yeah, Tezos. They're using Tezos and EtherLink, yes.
But EtherLink is the one that they're using to mint. And it's an obscure chain where not many people have wallets, don't know, like the ease of... and that's kind of an argument against their mint too, though. Right? It's on an obscure chain. People don't have wallets. People aren't like bridging over and stuff. Is not is not something people are used to for that chain. And I know when I pulled out of what Sugarverse, I had some Sugarverse tokens or whatever I think it was, and it was on Etherlink, and getting it out of there was fucking confusing, you know. So like if there's gonna be friction getting on there, there's not going to be a good guide for purchase. I don't think there will. I don't think there will. I think we should create a guide for purchasing it.
I think we should.
I think that's something we should do because, like, realistically, I don't see them. Like, they seem like they have Web3 native people, and it seems like they have game native people, but I'm not so sure about their community situation because it looks a little like they've got a lot of devs and a lot of like tech brains and stuff, but not so many community like focused. I don't know. It doesn't seem. Well, they're just rolling out too, so it's not like they've been established for very long either. So a lot of this shit is them getting their feet under themselves. You know, like they're just trying to figure shit out. As far as have they produced anything before? Are they a known like studio?
Yeah,
Or,
we were talking to the mod who's from AP Collective.
yeah, but no. AP Collective is a marketing company that has community service or community management aspects to it. Like they'll provide mods, they'll provide community managers and stuff like that. I don't know what their situation is on the back end with that, so I can't say anything about it.
It's very easy to bot on Etherlink, by the way.
Okay.
So then you answered your question.
Yeah.
But if people are interested enough in it, people are going to bot it then, and that is something that is a concern. It's not about the people who aren't familiar with Web3 that are botting shit, because
No.
people not familiar with Web3 are just trying to mint one thing because they heard about it from their friend and they think it's cool and they want to try to participate and maybe make some money. You know, the people who are familiar with it are running fucking bots, buying thousands of these things direct from contract, over 1,000 different wallets with one fucking tool,
Yeah,
just to
they
try
use
to.
tools like
Yep.
Web3.gs or ethers.gs to just do 50 bots at one go.
Yeah, they script it, they code it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's gonna be annoying. I don't like
but
it.
how many packs do they even have available? That's another
Hun-
question.
150,000, but from what Maddox
Did we
told me,
fact check that?
150.
Did we fact check
Uh,
that 150,000?
No, yeah, no, it's you told me that. I didn't fact
Yeah.
check it.
I have to double check that.
Okay.
Because
It
from
doesn't
from
matter the amount.
It's
I
in
mean,
our. It's in our. When we did the first play test with John, it's in that stream.
I'm live, pirate. Just before you go and damn yourself with anything you say. Um. So I'm going to sleep. Hello.
Say hello. Yeah, it's just sending love. Thank you for the love.
We appreciate it, buddy. There we go. Status set. Fuck you guys. I'm not saying it 100 times.
There you go. Thank you. That's a good one. No, that's a good idea. We should do that. Yeah,
There's no reason not to.
but we should still mention it. So, okay, so how is... We know... Bella had trouble playing the game and staying in the voice channel.
eventually.
Well, he had
eventually
trouble
I
getting
know what they-
into the voice channel. That was the
Yeah,
problem.
the weird
Yeah.
thing was, I had a role, the guest playtest role.
Yeah.
It just pop disappeared and it kicked me out.
Somebody was messing with your perms.
You know what it was? He was messing with perms to try to get the fucking voice thing working, is what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah, and then he accidentally removed my playtest role or something. I don't know.
yeah, that might have been it. I mean,
Yeah. But then I got in, and the game went smoother. By the way, I was actually able to play, extract, kill some bots, and
Good.
yeah, it was doable.
once you enabled the boost, right?
No, I already did that in the beginning. It was just by playing a little bit. It seemed to be running better after like 5 or 10 minutes of playing. I still have like frame drops here and there. I mean, if they're not gonna do a lot of optimization, I will probably not be able to play this properly on this PC.
When it was night mode, I could literally see the whole map formulating. Like, it looked like lightning in the distance. It was just like shapes would start to appear out in the distance for me. It was very awkward, but it's interesting. I found KG at one point. I killed a few people in the.
I killed one person. I don't know who it was, and that's something.
Up and it was fine, but it was funny.
That's something that they need to work on, like the feel of like player to player interaction versus the player to bot interaction, because it's hard to tell like if it's a player. And I like.
There's the name at the top of the head when you're close enough to see it. You can't always see it.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't. I was shooting at him from outside the gate, and he was inside the building. So I don't know who the hell that was, but like, yeah. And he lit up blue, and he had a self revive on him and shit.
Holy shit!
What's that?
Margo, what's your graphics card?
4070 Ti.
Yeah. Yours is looking nice.
But it's made by Asus as well.
So?
Oh yeah, that one of the best.
No. It's not so. It's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
But
the Rock Strix as well.
Probably.
see his stream, mine was looking pretty decent there at the end too, because I switched from ultra performance to I think performance or balanced, and it still worked. Whereas like without it, I was completely crashing.
Yeah, it was rough. Windowed was a big difference too, versus full screen for some reason.
Without changing a single setting, like so I had nothing turned on like to boost me or anything.
That's pretty awesome.
The graphics on full, I was playing alright, and it was just being weird. As soon as you said that, everything went like smooth.
That's amazing.
Like, ooh, this is nice. It's been designed for someone who's got a good, decent PC.
Oh yeah.
And as soon as you go down one step, it's probably starting to look.
That's exactly what it is. It's optimized. It's not optimized. I mean, and that's the whole point. Like they're not at the phase where they're working on optimization yet. Yeah. Yeah.
So if it's running
But
fine on here, then maybe later on they can make it run fine on.
I don't even take those fucking green plate carriers. They're not even worth anything.
Well, I'm a massive hoarder, so this game is gonna literally just piss me off the whole time.
Oh yeah, it's gonna piss you off because nothing.
Very big though, Mogwai.
Yeah, the fucking that storage sucks.
Ooh, another one of these.
The storage needs bigger.
Storage needs much bigger, or at least a way to upgrade it. I don't
Upgrade
care if it
it,
costs loads of money.
new boxes, whatever.
I don't like the way that you have to loot from boxes. That's something I didn't like. That's one of the things that I felt made like games like Tarkov feel much more natural. Is that you were picking shit off of the floor, or you're finding it on shelves. Like it's not just it's not just, oh look, there's another box. I know there's loot there. You know, you're randomly highlighting over something, going, oh shit, I didn't know I could pick that up. You know.
Yep, you learn about items by doing it, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It's very generous of them to share packs with us. I think that's really nice.
No, I think that's smart. They're not spending money on KOLs. They're giving KOLs a pack to play. And the fact that they're gonna play with their friends. They're gonna play by themselves and stream it. It's free marketing, almost free marketing. But it's not free because they're not making the money off those packs. But they're not spending active money to.
Did they say what time the mint was? I don't want to call it a mint. The pack sale was.
It's technically a mint. It's on Etherlink, so we can call it a mint. Plus, most of our audience is Web3 anyway, so they know what we mean. Huh?
When mint?
They said that they moved it. It wasn't Monday. It was Wednesday now, I think. The 8th.
Yeah,
Oh.
they just say 2 days afterwards, and it says Monday. Every 2
Oh,
days.
okay.
Must be
Did
They
say
might
what
they
time?
might push it again though. I mean,
Did they say what
realistically.
time?
The last one I think was in the morning, so it might be the same time. I think it was like 9 a.m. or some shit.
Okay.
At least for me,
Well,
9 a.m. But
I think we ought to wake up early, jump on. Well, that's not early, but you know what I mean. Jump on as soon as we can to.
well, depending on what
I mean,
time it is, next week's gonna be a
we'll
week
have
where I'm
packs.
doing events again. So
We'll all have packs, but we should buy a pack live and then take it, chop it, turn it into a short, and create a guide written, and then post. And we could be quick on that. And then.
oh, you got a purple. What you got? What you get?
What'd you get?
Oh, electronic component. Yeah, but that's
So
good.
this little location here has them laying around. Just
Oh.
as they were.
Where are you? Are you at the? You're at the hangars. Okay.
I didn't know how to activate missions. That was not intuitive for me.
You
Yeah,
press
I did.
tab and then you hit accept.
Yeah.
Is that all?
Once he said it.
Oh,
And then it pops up on your your
like
compass.
that. Yep, that's nice. I didn't see that.
I
at
think the compass is a good thing. It's not nearly as hardcore as fucking Tarkov. It's nowhere near as unforgiving.
all. No, not at all.
The bots
Yeah.
were very easy as well.
I wasn't afraid
yeah.
of them. I would just camp. I would just camp a spot and just let them come. I was having fun with it.
But I've got to kill one more syndicate soldier here, and every single time I've done this mission, I've done this is the third time I've tried to do it. I can only get to 4, and there's no more
Oh.
people.
So that's one of those things that, like, you know, if the goal is collect 50 coins, they need to put 55 coins available to pick. You know, they need to put a couple more syndicate soldiers out there.
Put the frag in your tactical slot.
Hey, go.
Oh, is that where it goes?
Yep.
Oh,
And now you can use it.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
When you highlight over, it'll tell you where you can drop it. Like, yeah.
If you need them at gas, then it's likely that there might be more up there in the woods, possibly.
Did anybody else get night vision? I found some night vision when the lights were off.
Is that a player?
It was the night vision was cool.
Oh no, never
when-
mind.
I mean, I was playing on low settings, but like the you know, just like night vision, like the brights are bright. When you walk into a room, like you're like, fuck me. So they were okay. It didn't feel like dark night vision. It went into like everything was kind of light mode. It was kind of weird. It was like light green instead of that typical night vision green.
Yeah.
So it didn't feel. I mean, it didn't feel bad. I was happy I could see everything, but it didn't feel like night vision per se. I'm gonna explain it.
It looks like. Give me one, Beach.
If I could, I would.
I don't want to have to go to the store.
Smoke.
I haven't tried this one out yet. What you running to, boy?
I went up onto a roof on like a parking garage, and I just started taking everybody out. The sniper's fun, like lots of fun.
I think you have to be at the gas station or within the.
I was at the gas station.
Yeah, but you just took him out and he didn't give you any credit, so I'm figuring that
You
it
have to
might
be
to
within
your
the
left,
zone?
to your left. There's one to your left. Oh, there he goes. Nope, still. Huh? What the fuck?
Maybe those don't have the indicator like the mission tag on them.
That's what
They
I'm saying.
don't.
There
That's
you go.
weird.
Found a bug, Moglin.
There's only
You found a bug,
It,
Moglin.
it's probably. Oh wait, to your right, to your right, to your right, to your right. Turn around. I saw an indicator to your right by the buses or trucks or whatever. To your right more. I could have sworn it. Nope. Stop turning around. To your right. Behind the truck, I think. I
Stop
could have
turning
sworn.
around to your right. Go right. Go right. Go right. Go right. Stop turning around. What?
Yeah, you did the full fucking 360. I said to your right, not jump up and fucking flip around.
I don't want to say stop in that direction.
Stop here.
You just
Wait,
said
go
turn
left.
Go left, go left, go left.
See the big blue building?
I'm getting shot.
Right there by the gas
Big blue
station.
building, the extraction building.
Oh shit!
Still
Get
alive,
him.
bitch.
No, that was just another one.
No, that's that one that I shot here. Didn't die.
Oh, I could have sworn he did. I thought you just had another one pop up on you.
More vests. Yeah.
You're gonna die with all your vests. Once you get the hang of this game, it's easy not to die unless you get completely mobbed. And
Well,
even then,
self-revive now, so unless a player kills me, I can't die.
you can self-revive off a player too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but a player can then continue to shoot you, whereas these guys... See, he's got a little red marker above his head. See, I'm down.
Yeah. So now you just press Z.
Z.
Press and hold Z, yeah.
Come back up. Oh, no. Oh, does that use it up, though? It didn't use it up last time.
No, you had two in your slot. So it's possible that, you used one the last time and you didn't realize that.
Well, I'm going to extract with all these electrical opponents and other components I picked up. Because I can't complete this mission, I swear to God, I've tried.
Yeah, it's just a bug. Kill Obsidian Syndicate soldiers at gas station.
There's only 4 obsidian ones.
Where'd a Reaper go? I fucking lose all my fucking servers. You said kill Obsidian Syndicate soldiers at gas station.
Why am I blue? Did you answer? Alex?
What's that?
Eve said bye in the text chat, and they said, "Wait, why am I blue?"
And who said I'm blue?
Pirate on Eve. He was in the chat. He came into the voice chat. And he said in
Yeah.
the text chat bye, and then he didn't realise you've given him the playtester role. I just wondered if you replied to him.
Oh, no, I didn't mention. You can say that. If you, or I can. I don't know. Sorry. I'm on my phone.
You gave it to him. I thought you might want it.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Oh, it was just if you wanted. Oh, I do like this one. Forward without you, I want to know.
I submitted the Obsidian Syndicate issue. Figured I might as well.
Got a couple blueprints now already as well.
You got blueprints?
12. Yeah.
I ain't getting fucking blueprints.
It's hang on. These things here, they look like USB drives.
Oh, you're getting all the cool shit, huh?
I'm a hoarder. See
Is
if
a
I had
fo-
my full room list.
Is a 4080... What's a 4080 compared to a 4070 Ti?
No, I didn't say 48.
Dude,
I said 4070 Ti. So 4070
what's being
Ti is
transferred?
Then a 4080?
Yeah.
Okay.
On benchmark at least, anyway. That's how
Yeah.
I went and picked it.
It's better than the
Yeah.
basic 4080, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll play a couple
I
more
just
rounds.
have $1,000 hanging around, man. Sheesh.
1,000?
The
$1,000
whole
sitting around.
PC was just under £4,000.
Jeez.
You can get a 5070 Ti now for like 700-800, but it's still fucking.
Why is it? Oh, here we go.
Here we go. What?
Here we go.
What'd you find? What'd you find?
Refurbished Gigabyte, which I like. 4070 Ti, 12 gig graphics card, but it's the 3-fan model. 600, not bad. That's doable.
Which one is it?
It's a refurbished 4070 Ti by Gigabyte.
I'm not fucking with Gigabyte anymore, dude.
I love Gigabyte.
After this fucking issue with the fucking motherboard, I'm done with it.
That can be so many things. Motherboard.
No, it's the motherboard, dude. It's the motherboard. The motherboard's fucking a piece of shit.
I like Gigabyte. Gigabyte's great.
Apparently not for me.
I really like the RS ones, AURUS or whatever.
What?
The hell am I
The Aoras?
Yeah.
The what the fuck was it? The Asus, I think.
No,
that's Gigabyte. It's the Gigabyte one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Gigabyte.
Yeah.
RS.
Yeah.
Gigabyte's dope.
That's what I got, and it's a piece of shit. So.
What you want, what I got, and I spent a long time doing this research. I never remember. I have to go look at what I've got. I think, but at the time I was an X670 Aurorus Elite.
Yeah.
I think I got the 650 Aurorus Elite. I'm not.
Yeah, they're amazing.
They're sick.
I don't know.
Yeah, but the one that I got is a piece of shit. Yeah, so.
You were probably very unlucky, and the next one in line would have been fine.
Doesn't matter. It's still a piece of shit, and that's what I got. So fuck it.
AMD Ryzen 9 7950X 3D 16 core processor.
Yep.
Which one is it?
It's a AMD Ryzen 9 7950X 3D 16 core.
Okay. I think I ended up getting the 9900X. I went with the straight extra processing power rather than going for the X3D for the extra L3. Yeah.
But yeah, no. The one thing that this computer is not great on is RAM. It's only got 64 gigabytes.
That's still a lot, though. That's more than you need usually.
Yeah, but no, I prefer 2 slots of 64 rather than 2 slots of 32. I wouldn't want to go to 4 slots because it can fuck up some things, make some processes slower.
Well, it's because it takes up more bus usually, right? Like.
Yeah.
So it slows other things down.
So yeah, it's better just to have 64 than it is 120 if you're using 4 slots. In truth, once you've got enough RAM, it's okay. But you want to be using 2 slots in your motherboard at any time.
Okay, I gotta sell more shit.
Doing some trading. But who am I going to trade with? Which?
I don't think it really matters at this point, honestly.
Blueprint. Purchase. Yeah, I know, but I want to try and level, like, you can get up to rep tier 4, so I want to focus on 1 to get their rep tier 4 stuff. You know?
I see what you're saying.
So Rogue Command has a shotgun legendary, which Meh has a legendary body armor.
I have legendary armor already.
Full automatic rifle, they got a auto rifle, and what do they have? They've got, oh, that's the gun I like, and super alloy. What's the alloy for? The crafting recipes to make things, so I guess if they've got blueprints.
They've got to work on the fucking quality of life for these, like, buying and selling shit, because the interaction of it is just fucking ugh. 90
But you have to
times.
type in 90.
Yeah, yeah, that you can't just sell all. Yeah, no, it's fucking
But
annoying.
also, if you've got 4 stacks, you can't sell. Hang on. 360 bullets. You have to sell 90, and then go in and sell 90. And then go
Yep,
sell 90,
exactly.
and sell 90. So
Yeah,
if you're
it's a
gonna
little annoying.
force us to use a type of number, at least don't limit it. And let you sell all of the ones you have. I have to just have an all button, please. Please and thank you.
Yeah, very much agree with that one.
Sentinel 12, so that's a shotgun blueprint.
I think I've got everything I want here.
3 armor plates.
Alright, I've got my storage fucking organized. That uses 50 cal. I want to try the Magnus, but you know what? Fuck it. I'll do a little bit of this. So I haven't fucked around with it yet. Alright. Hop in for one more quick game. And get back to work.
I have purchasing power on a firm. Ha 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 ha.
That's not good. Don't do it.
I have $4,400 of Newegg.
Don't
power.
do it. Don't do it.
No,
I'm gonna send. I'm gonna send this to your wife. Don't do it.
I might buy a graphics card.
I'm streaming. I can send this to your wife.
It's fine.
No, I know.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll just say I'm upgrading the kids' graphics cards. You see?
Yeah, and she's gonna yell at you just the same. What are you talking about?
No. I'm doing this so they can play more games. You see?
Yeah, that's not gonna
Because
that's not gonna work, dude.
I hand my graphics card down to them, and then it goes down the line. You know?
Passenger terminal, gas station, street sweeper, Straliti Village, or air traffic control. Where am I?
Let's go.
Dana.
Nope.
Oh, the kiddos are home. That's air traffic control. Where's Starlit Village? Oh, that's Straliti Village over there. Okay, so I'm going to go for the ATC one. Missions. Take control.
The Obsidian Syndicate is advancing rapidly. Stop them.
Stop them! They're advancing rapidly. Stop them!
Alright, guys, I'm in ditch. I'll see y'all soon.
Tell the littles I said hi. Have fun, medics.
Bye. Yeah, I will. Bye.
How do I get over here? Oh, through here. Okay. Oh, hello. I missed. Oh. Okay, the snipers actually don't feel terrible. I wish there was variable zoom for the scope that I have on it. Oh, shit! Ow. It's 545. Night vision. More armor plates. Oh, shit!
Oh, hello everyone.
Yo. I missed.
Sorry.
Yo.
And Moglin, Balan, miss you guys.
Ah! What's up?
All good. Just it was like a crazy 2 days, bro.
Yeah. Good crazy or bad crazy? Oh shit. In case you haven't seen, I am live streaming, so just keep that in mind.
Everybody in the stream.
Yep.
I'm sorry, so I'm the best one who say trashy things in the streams.
Fucking threes, though.
Oh, bro, I fix it. Let me text Mordosh.
You what?
Fixed Moonfrost. Okay, the server is taking my IP address and my API key and keep me like trapped in the API. I can't join the game. So the only thing that can work is to open just VPN and it's gonna be okay. But I tried everything. I removed all the logs, removed the game, reinstalled the game, changed my PC name, did everything. Only VPNs that work.
God damn it. Stop crouching, you prick.
Where did you get the legendary armor?
Oh, just off of some random NPC, I think.
It was an NPC, it wasn't.
There wasn't a player.
Those guys.
What are these guys? No.
Thanks, bye, log it off.
Hello, Alan.
Hello, Cristo.
Missed you, buddy.
Pretty good. How about you?
Oh, good. But I said, missed you.
What? What did
They don't stop spawning!
Missed you.
He said he missed you.
I missed you too, buddy.
He said he missed your long cuddles late at night.
No. How are you, Moglen? Oh la la.
Oh la la, Cristo.
Hope you're good too.
Yes, I'm gonna fix some dinner.
Damn it, they all despawned because I couldn't fucking get to it because these guys kept spawning. God damn it.
I'll be back later. I'm gonna go for some dinner.
Alright, dude, catch you later.
Bye, sugar tits.
What? Random as fuck.
To be fair.
He heard Bon Appetit and he went straight to sugar tits. Oh, okay. The fuck is this? Oh, that's just a light. Hello. Ow! Ow! I'm dying.
I'm just looking for blues, purples. We get greens and blacks now.
See an extract right there too. Hey, there's a blue. Hey, self-revive. Let's go. That's a win.
Really weird. Sometimes they like you're halfway through looting a crate, and it's like, oh, you're done now, and despawns the crate. So the contents of the crate's gone, but you're still in it. And you leave.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? There's nothing there, and I'm like, oh, despawned.
Ay, ay, ay. It's not that immersive yet. It needs work for sure, but I can see it getting there. I hear gunfire, but I don't know where from.
Good, you don't want to come over here.
What?
I said, good, you don't want to come over here.
Where you at?
Ready? Gunfire.
Yeah, I think that might actually be you. Question is, where are you?
You want to come kill me?
I might.
Just trying to get something good.
So am I.
Box respawned like as I opened it. Lame.
Okay. Oh, shit!
Darish, Moonfrost just like we volunteered for Moonfrost, right?
What about Moonfrost?
We volunteering to make tests, right? Not like.
I don't know what Moonfrost is like. It seems like more of a passion project, honestly, than like them trying to like make a viral like business or some shit.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it. I'm taking fire.
To be honest, this game is amazing. Amazing graphics, amazing mechanics, amazing music. But
I hear footsteps. That is why I heard footsteps.
I'll be right back, guys.
Alright, dude. Ah, now I hear gunfire. Where from? Oh, I see you. I don't know who that is. I'm out of here. See ya, bitch. Oh, I can't. No. Alright, I'm almost out of bullets for that, so let me go fuck around over here. Where's my, fuck is this? Oh, there's a gun customization thing. They have a gun customization thing in the map. You can find... That's cool. I didn't know about that. I found the pistol.
Do the thing where it goes slowly for like 40 seconds, 20 seconds.
Compensator. Alright, now where the fuck am I supposed to go to kill these guys? Because I want to finish this mission and get out of here. Oh, did my mission expire? No. Ah! I'm being shot. Ow. Behind me? What?
Why am I not allowed to exit this area? What the fuck?
Where'd you go? Where'd you shoot at me from, bitch?
I found like an area that is really graphically destroying.
Oh, shit.
Considering how good it runs.
Ah! No! Ow! Bitch. Fucking keep popping up behind me. The spawning in this game is frustrating. That is something I do find really annoying. Because, like, I've cleared this area multiple times, and, like, why can't I reload?
Continue to locate and eliminate.
God damn it, reload, you fuck. Why can't I reload? Alright.
Well, I found some blue armor this time.
Now I can't shoot! Now, okay, now I can reload.
Though I had that self-revive, it wouldn't let me reload. I could only shoot the ammo that I had in the weapon.
Yeah. Oh shit, there's a lot of them! Ah!
Slow their momentum. Thanks.
Now they're everywhere! Oh shit. I'm stuck! Oh my god, where did they all come from? I'm gonna crawl over here. That'll put me in a better spot. Man, I'm about to crawl my ass all the way to the fucking extract. Fuck it. I'm alive. Oh shit! I'm about to die. No, there's more. Where? Stop shooting at me. No! Go away! Fuck this. Where's the extract? Get me out of here. See it. It's in here. The smoke is on the roof, though. Do I have to find my way up to the roof? Is that what that is? Looks like it, actually. Okay. There's a crate. Hey, there's a Corvus. Let me get rid of this piece of shit. Drop item. Take that. Reinforced polymer. Let's go. 50 cal. Alright, cool. There's the helipad. I thought it was going to glitch out and not let me fucking extract. I was going to be pissed. I haven't died in a while. I don't want to die. Alright, I'm back in the base. Sell a bunch of bullshit, and then I'm done for the day.
I'm the same, really. Interesting. It feels like it's going to need more.
It does need more, dude. It does. Like, there's no doubt about that. But
Well,
they've got to.
Like the missions wise, the actual activity.
I'm talking about just general game feel, even like.
Yeah, there's the game feel, obviously, but they're going to build that. But I feel like even with if they build out what they've got, it still feels like it's going to need more.
Well, yeah, I could see them having to add a lot more like missions and like other ways to like I could see them doing like raids. I could see them doing like special events, participations, like sort of like how they have the missions right now, but sort of like localized areas where like there'll be a pop up for a in game event that isn't like just like announced or something. It's something that randomly happens, so that when you're playing, you feel like, you're getting something for being there and not like just some server-wide event that everybody knows about and can participate in. Like you're rewarded for your active participation in the game, like, I don't know. I, there's a whole bunch of options that they can go with, and they're so early with this. Like this game is like it's pretty well polished considering how early it is. The fact that they're just coming out with their first alpha, they're starting to build basically, and it's gonna be interesting to see where they go from here.
What do you remember?
Archeron. It's just almost like a MOBA. Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh. Let's see. I'll share this with you. So I'm checking out something that you probably haven't seen. Huh. Ooh. Yeah, it's on my. Well, I shared it in. Yeah, I shared it in Discord too. But yeah, I am streaming this. So. Okay. Huh.
So there's some action RPGs I just really don't like.
Oh, this isn't an action RPG. This is more like a MOBA. Yeah, it's a tower.
Like when I first looked at
It does look like Diablo-esque, like yeah.
But
Yeah.
the gameplay was a lot better version of action. Like an actual, you were fighting rather than you just waiting for cooldowns.
Yeah.
Because that's my main problem with action RPGs is you're just managing cooldowns.
Yep.
You don't really feel like you're fighting.
There's no actual action combat typically. It's usually just fucking tab and mash, tab and mash. The action combat in New World felt great. The only problem is I didn't like the gameplay of that game. Like the action combat felt good, but that was the only thing I liked about it.
Yeah. Well, actually, has friends to play with. Big group of friends.
Yeah, I had like a, what the fuck was it? Like one of those alpha clans that I used to run with, and they had gotten into New World and a couple of others, and I didn't have the time anymore to dedicate to it, and I ended up leaving. Oh yeah, that's right. Didn't Engines of Fury start recently too? Oh, I gotta take a look at that. You know what? I do like the look of this game though. I think this game looks good.
My first glance, I was like, yeah, not for me. But then the more I watched it being actually played, I still don't think it's going to be like high up on my list, but it's definitely like if my friends are playing
It'd be
it,
something fun to play with the friends. Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of what I'm looking at it like, cause Peyton fucking tagged me and posted it, and figured I'd take a look at it.
yeah, if my friends are like, hey, come play this game, and I look at it and I check out some gameplay and this and that, I'm like, ew. I will say no, I'm not playing that game. Get lost. Even though I'm desperately wanting to play games.
Man, I have huge disagreements on both sides of this conversation right now. When I look at the greatest threat right now to American values in the United States, it is the
It's Trump.
bar none. Make no mistake, I disagree almost completely with I would call it the pro-Palestinian historical revisionism.
Alright, guys, before we start getting into fucking politics, I'm gonna end this stream because I know that'll be fucking a whole bunch of fun with you guys. You know? But yeah. Thanks for joining. If you're interested in checking out the game, look them up on X. It's Reaper Actual Web 3. You'll be able to hop in, take a look, get ready for the upcoming pack sales. I'll be posting some stuff on X and wherever else I'm hanging out, and we'll see about getting into the game together. Maybe we'll